What's going on, Age of Empires 2 community? Hope you are having a wonderful, whoa, I can't use my mouse. Wonderful day. This is a very special 1v1, and there has been a lot of talk about it recently. So if you haven't seen it, I'm here to tell you all about it. This was part of the King of America's tournament, hosted by Nacho AoE. Hola amigos out there. Nacho AoE is a South American YouTuber, does casting, and even has very solid gameplay. You might have even seen him in the 2v2 against Viper and MBL. Not the best example of his gameplay skills, but his community is very nice. And anyways, hosted this community and hosted this tournament, and all of the games are played with either Incas, Mayans, or Aztecs. Dark Knight here is a player from Mexico. Very solid player. I want to say around top 150-ish. And then Biri or Burry, I apologize if I'm mispronouncing this. He is an Argentinian player. So it's King of the Americas. You have a lot of people from South America playing and only using those civilizations. And the map is Golden Swamp. Now, you've probably already seen the title, and this is something that's existed for a long time. But it's one of the first times that I've seen this in Age of Empires 2 DE. And I'm really curious if people out there watching this have tried this before. What's up with the... Do you see how the... Like, this is a feature within DE where if you hover over a resource, it shows the HP. I've had that disabled, and for whatever reason, that has been randomly enabled. So, if that annoys you, I can only apologize. But Dark Side, or Barry here, he is playing as the Mayans. And then we have the Incas for the Dark Knight player. This was game 3 in their series, as far as I'm aware. And... the thing I'd tell you about the difference between the two players, in my experience, I haven't played Beery too much. I believe Dark Knight is a more aggressive player. And he has chosen Incas here likely because he wants to play against the meta. So on this map, the meta is to dock and then to make fishing ships. And then, ooh, Eagles are actually fighting out here. You'll see a lot of that in this tournament. But yeah, the meta is to dock and to make fishing ships. And then go feudal age, make at least some fire galleys to defend it. Well, this could be huge. Who's going to win? It looks like Red has more HP. Indeed, 18 HP versus 14 HP, and Darkside's going to head back to the base. Whoa, who just subbed?
It's only been 7 months.
What?
But I've been watching since 2017.
Okay, so somebody just subscribed. No is my name. Thank you very much for the Twitch subscription. I'm not streaming right now, but I appreciate you. Ooh, interesting stuff here with the Eagles, guys. This is not the most interesting part of the game, believe me. But Eagles can heal up in the TC. Red just took a little bit of damage, so he's at 15 HP, and I believe Blue's going to have more than that now because of the healing. So that's pretty uneventful. But you'll notice there's no dock at all for Blue. There's his 16 HP Eagle, and there is a dock for Red. Again, this is the norm, this is the meta. It's great for the food income. You need food for units and villagers, and then upgrades, and then eventually Castle Age, which may or may not happen in this game for either player. But Blue's figuring, you know what, I'm not going to go for the fish, I'm Incas. My villagers are affected by blacksmith upgrades, and I have really cheap towers. So I'm going to just forget about the water, and I'm going to be sneaky, I'm going to run forward, and I'm going to try and get my win with a strategy which can be so difficult to defend against, especially if you don't scout it. So here is Dark Knight. Dark Knight got Loom already. I think after this Rhino is completed, we'll have the 500 food he needs to go up to the Feudal Age. And there you have it. Wait. I was creating one more Vill first. We will have it. Trust me. So I think the build order, and this really depends on how you want to play it. I used to do this rush all the time, actually, and I have it down pat. Is 21 pop up, and then you send 8 villagers forward. You get a blacksmith up, you get the armor upgrade, scale mail armor, and then you fight with villagers and build towers. He is going to send 6 forward, so it's a little bit less all-in than I was thinking, and I also don't know why these villagers, you know what, that might have been a mistake on his part. Those villagers. That's low evil legends right there. I don't think they want to be chopping trees on the back of the wood line. But here he goes. And remember, Red might be a little bit hesitant with his eagle after taking some damage early. And he is most likely assuming that Blue is going to be docked up. He's going to send some vills to gold. He's going to send vills to wood. And everything about this is to go for extra docks and fire galleys and protect the fish, and then transition out of that later on. By the way, I cannot speak Spanish. No habla español, so I don't know what this means. And I'm not gonna, I imagine they paused to talk about things? Is that $5 US per operation, per game? Maybe? Yeah, I have absolutely no clue what that means. Oh, don't tell me Red's gonna see the Vil. Oh, the Vil is weak too. Anyways, I'll tell you what Red, what's up with everything going back here? I'll tell you what Red does not see. Red does not see the sneaky villagers on the other side. Red also didn't see a dock, so he's prepping a barracks, and then after the barracks, will most likely go for an archery range. But there's the blacksmith for Dark Knight. Guys, this is a strategy that's not easy to face up against. It's not a strategy that is fun to face up against, believe me. And it's not a strat that you want to surprise you at all. Alright, well, here's the archer range for Red. Hasn't made a fire galley yet. Actually doesn't have the... It does have the resources for it. Must really be able to tell what the situation is. What? No? There we go. Misclicked. Blue builds the first tower. And this is probably the most effective way to truly surprise someone with the tower rush. Because when you build this tower now, it's going to shoot Red. And Red's going to think, oh, I can just rush that down. And they have to think twice about it because you're Incas. But also, if they go to rush this down, there's another tower back here to shoot arrows at you. So, Dark Knight gets the tower up. Now you have a decision to make because you have armor on the villagers. I think the best approach is just fight with your villagers. You know, instead of building another tower, you could run in there and you could pick off a couple weak ones. But he's going to build another tower. His eagle's here paying attention. And we'll see how Red deals with this. Now remember, he has fishing ships. So he has more eco working, especially on food. Alright, no villagers go down just yet. It's going to be very difficult for Beery to be able to take out the villager from Dark Knight. And 2 ranges for Red. So he has wood income still, and he can't take gold here, here, or here. Is that a big deal? Normally that's a huge deal, but this is Golden Swamp. As Red loses a villager repairing the tower, he says, oh, it's Golden Swamp. There's gold in the middle. So, you know, not really the wisest map to go full tower on. Because players with the correct presence of mind can just take gold elsewhere. Here come the archers. Blue is hoping to play defensive. I apologize for the floating HP bars. I know you guys aren't used to that, but it's too late. You guys understand what's happening. Blue is going to need to be aggressive forward because if that doesn't happen, if he's not being aggressive forward, then he's going to get hit at home. Already looking to wall up, and Red's probably thinking already, dude, get out of my game. Get out of my game with this strategy. You're not fishing on a fish map, trying to deny golds on a map with gold in the middle. Really good job defensively. Maybe overreacted, but send villagers to stone right away so we could build defensive towers. Did lose a villager too, but still doing okay. And here are the archers. Now the archers don't have fletching, but sometimes when you want to send only high HP villagers forward at the start, you're going to leave some weak ones around your economy. For example, there's this villager here, very weak. That villager goes down. This villager here could go down. I'm waiting for it. Yeah, down, down. Wow, villagers dying everywhere. Even with the extra armor, the villagers have gone down. That's just because fletching came in as I was speaking about it. And so that puts Blue at 22 eco. A lot of it's idle against 31. And it doesn't even look like this tower rush is going to work. Tries, but is kind of in no man's land. Might pick off a villager from Red. A good micro from Red to run away. I have to say, very impressed with how Red dealt with all this pressure. It's not easy. Villager goes down, another villager will get down, but I think the point is here is that Red is, he's countering, he's doing damage, and he has good eco, and he's still somewhat defending from this. Now guys, you've seen the title of the video. And I've had a few uploads with this in the past. You'll notice that Red is nowhere near Castle Age, right? Now, this was in a tournament, okay? So, you know, it might not be like $1 million tournament, but it's still a tournament. Red's thinking, honestly, I don't have that much time for this. I've got to do laundry. I have to walk the dog. I've got to do homework. I don't know what's going through his mind. but certainly doesn't feel like he wants to wait till Castle Age to win. I mean, look at the damage he's doing. He's killing so many villagers. And still, blue is just not resigning. Normally, players will realize they're going to die, and they'll call the GG, and they'll tap out. So red says, what if I fake it? So when you hit the Castle Age, it normally says right here at the left side, so-and-so has advanced to Castle Age. So-and-so has advanced to the Imperial Age. There's always a little chat pop up. And in the past, every time you would advance to the next stage, there'd be a little bloop. And then that same bloop would come in when you typed. Nowadays, there's no bloop when you type, or excuse me, when you hit the next stage, or at least it's not the same noise. Well, red's gonna try it. He's like, why not? What's the worst that can happen? Because I'm probably gonna win this game anyways. Let's just try and type it out. So here he goes. He's typing advanced Castle Age. He clearly typed it, and GG. Blue taps out because he typed advanced to Castle Age. 92 food, not a single farm. Fishing ships were kind of working, but certainly didn't have enough food to get there in the near future. And blue says, okay, he's in Castle Age. I don't know how he did it. 1839 seems impossible, but like, there's something in the back of blue's mind that whole time he probably felt like I'm behind. I'm not going to win this game. And then once he saw that, he thought, oh, Andy's in Castle Age? Okay, GG. So, this was not the most impressive chat trick ever. It has happened before, and there have actually been instances where it has changed the course of an entire game. I'm going to link one and recommend one in a minute or two on your screens if you're watching on YouTube, and you can click that and watch one from the past where someone completely just mind-gamed someone and changed the course of the game. However, this is probably one of the most popular things to happen in Age of Empires 2, at least on Twitter, possibly ever. Take a look at this tweet here. I spoke to River about this, and River said that in Argentina, this has blown up, and you see the explanation here. I'm not really even sure who this user is, but over 7,000 retweets and comments and 23,000 likes. Thank you to Pablo for notifying me, and thank you to Luciana for notifying me, and thank you to Ivan for notifying me, and this is actually my video right here. There's a lot of links, but anyways, that's amazing. I hope that the 23,000 people who liked that on Twitter actually come back and play if they're not playing already. Funny stuff. So my question to people who are watching on YouTube, have you tried this before? I've tried it. I mean, it has worked once or twice. It rarely does work. Normally they're thinking, what? Normally it only works in instances where you're already ahead. As I said, in a moment, at the top right of your screen will be a link. Actually, you know what? I'm going to have one here. I'm going to have one here. There's two separate instances that come to mind where it happened in competitive play, and they were both different and worth checking out. That's the game for me. Again, thanks to River and his whole community for notifying me about this and letting me know. I thought it was funny and wanted to share it with other people who might not have seen this yet. See you next time. Try some chat tricks. And on the flip side of that, if it says someone has advanced to an age, make sure by checking the bottom right because it's possible they won't be there. I'll see you.